by the chairs here. Our animals, and so with joy in our hearts, let us begin.
Yeah, if you're able and feel so inclined, you can stand with us this morning as we sing into this day. All right, let's sing yes together. Take me to the water and I'll dive right in. I'm ready to let go of everything that's been. I said, take me to the mountain and I'll climb on up. From the highest peak, beauty's gonna fill my cup. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. I said I throw routine right out the door. When I'm scared I know it leads me to something more. Widen my gaze and see all there is. Take a leap of faith, I'm gonna find that bliss. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, yes, I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, yes, I know all is well. Give it up for Kyle back there on bass. I said, throw routine right out the door. When I'm scared, I know it leads me to something more. Widen my gaze and see all there is. Take a leap of faith, I'm gonna find that bliss. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. Let's sing yes. I say yes, yes, I say yes, I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, I know all is well. I say yes, yes, and now you all say yes, we know all is well. I say yes, yes, come on, we all say yes, we know all is well. Well, why don't you all say yes to greeting some of those beautiful faces out there this morning? Place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome Well, we would like to invite any of the kids who are here with us today to come up to the stage and join. We've got a few kiddos here. Awesome. They're going to join up on stage, and we're going to sing them out to their outdoor classroom. A beautiful day to be outside. Let's sing "Hooray for the World, We're Glad to Be on It." Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Good morning. Thank you for such wonderful music to get my body moving. It's great. So, welcome. I'm Kalish Leviel, your practitioner of the day, and I love being a practitioner because I get to pray all the time, just like you do. And for those of us that are wearing, no, see, what, never mind. Okay, so, thank you. So when you look around the room and you see any of us wearing the stoles, there are people that are also practitioners who are available to pray for you today. So if you would like some prayer support, just go up to any one of them. We've got Joanne as my co-practitioner of the day, and I see a lot of extra stoles here. And also, if you want to do it more anonymously, feel free to just fill out a prayer request in the back and put it in the prayer vessel. And I'll get to pray for you this week. Meanwhile, let's come together for this moment and be present. Breathing. Breathing always helps. As we celebrate the world and celebrate the animals, and we breathe and celebrate ourselves, we know that this moment is a divine moment, a divine, spirit-filled moment. And this moment is good, and this moment is blessed, and this moment is sacred. I look forward to hearing Reverend Debra's talk. I look forward to speaking to each of you and sharing this idea, knowing that it is all good. I am so grateful. I thank you. And so it is.
Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Let's sing that again. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. May I never lose my wonder. May I never lose my wonder. child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, wide-eyed and mystified. May I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, wide-eyed and mystified. May I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified. May I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. 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 May I never lose my wonder.
What a beautiful song to begin a talk about nature and animals and our connection to that larger wonder. Thank you, Tabor, and everyone in the band. So many of you know this, there's a Catholic tradition that every year in early October, there's an annual celebration of animals. And this is in the memory of Saint Francis of Assisi. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about St. Francis first. I don't have any Catholic background, so those of you raised in the tradition know more than I do. But I'll tell you some things that really resonated with me and resonate with science of mind, the philosophy behind the Centers for Spiritual Living. So he lived over 800 years ago and was, in 1979, John Paul, Pope II, declared Francis as patron saint of ecology. Did you know there was a patron saint for ecology? So around October 4th, they celebrate his memory with animal blessings. They bring animals of all kinds to the cathedrals, sometimes outside, sometimes inside, to receive a blessing from the priests. And I thought it might be fun for us to create our own version of an animal blessing because they play such a large part in many of our lives. So first I'll talk about the blessings that animals give us. I want to talk a little bit more about St. Francis, my own love affair with animals. Frankie. Frankie is my current pet. He is a Shih Tzu and Poodle mix. He was a rescue and has just been a great companion. So if you have a picture of your pets with you, we're going to do a blessing in the service after my talk. And you can bring your picture out just to bring forth that memory or bring forth in your mind memory of the animals in your life. Or use Frankie. Frankie is totally open and willing to receive any blessings available. So let's first talk about St. Francis. As a youth, he was trying to become a knight. And in trying to become a knight, he got very seriously ill. And so that illness made him really look at his life. He was leading a pretty frivolous life as a youth. in Assisi. They didn't give me details, just that he was a kind of a wild leader of the youth in the Middle Ages. And what he realized was his life was feeling very empty. And so he turned inward to the spiritual life. And there's a famous story that he heard the inner divine voice saying to him, "Rebuild my church." At this point, he had become a pretty humble and poor workman. And he happened to be standing in front of a falling apart church. So that's what he thought the inner voice said, "Rebuild that church." It was only later that that message got expanded for him to really understand. This was a time when the Catholic Church had a lot of issues. A lot of wealth, a lot of politics, a lot of ritual, and a lot of not really supporting the normal, humble workman. So he began a new ministry, which the Franciscans monks came from now, which is based on a much simpler sense of the goodness of life, the goodness of animals, the connection of the larger cycle of life, our relationship to that as humans. So he saw himself as just one part of creation. The elements, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, as well as the birds and the beasts were his brothers and sisters, not objects to be dominated, tolerated, or ignored. He saw the creatures of the world as very good, and humans in relationship with all of these creatures. So to me, he was very much ahead of his time in the medieval world. And seeing that we have a role of safeguarding creation, a responsibility in it, and not living like we're somehow outside of nature. So he was also a man of peace, and this was during the time of the Holy Wars. That's when the Christian European nations were going to the Middle East, and which is the need for all these knights, to declare war on the Muslim world. Well, he met a Muslim sultan and discovered that the sultan's faith was as sincere as his own. And Francis saw through him that Christians didn't have a monopoly on earnestly seeking God. And this was a very startling message in the Middle Ages. But he delivered that. That was his ministry, not only a connection with all of life, but also that other aspects of humanity could be as sincere in their spirituality as Christians. So that's a message that's even startling to some people today. So what I learned from that life of St. Francis is that every creature is important, that we're part of something much bigger than an individual life. And Science of Mind calls this oneness, or unity, or wholeness. So every aspect of the larger web of life interacts with each other. And if there is a part of that web that is damaged or destroyed or withdrawn, the whole suffers. That's very much like the ecological understanding we have now. And I think the next message I learned was love. His ministry truly was love. And it was that love as simple as the love that a pet gives us and the love that we return to the pet. That simple love can draw us into this deeper circle, the circle of a love that is life itself. The wonder of our sacred, spiritual, and physical relationship with the larger life. Very Science of Mind. So I've learned a few things from my lifelong enchantment with animals, particularly dogs. Each one has a unique personality. Each one has a unique way of going through life, a unique form of intelligence. And I'm completely convinced that they're salient beings, and that means that they're capable of sensing and feeling things. They see, hear, feel, taste, and smell their world, and use all of that information through an intelligence that is their own. And according to the research of Google, scientific research has solidified the position of dogs as sentient beings that deserve respect, ethical treatment, and protection. And I would expand that to all forms of nature, all animals, absolutely. So I've had a deep relationship with dogs, especially since I was a child, and they've taught me a lot. They taught me a lot about love and grief and the graceful acceptance of growing old. My first dog was named Gay D, G-A-Y, my last name, D, dog. My mom came up with that name. I had Gady with me. He was a beagle from 5 to 8 years old when I was growing up in Montana. And he was my dearest companion and playmate. Then one day when I was 8 years old, my parents came forward and announced to my sister and I that we were going to be moving from Montana to the island of Maui in Hawaii. This was 1961. Hawaii just became a state in 59. So, you know, when you're a kid, you just go along, right? You don't get a vote in these matters. So I looked at my dad's tour book of Hawaii that he had because he was in Pearl Harbor for World War II. And I looked at the pictures, and I saw, there's kings and queens in Hawaii. Because there was a monarchy in Hawaii before the American plantations did a coup and took over, and that's another story. But to my childhood mind, I was going to the land of fairy tales to meet the queen. It was wonderful, wonderful. Then my parents said a second thing. They said, well, Gady is not going to be able to go with us because Hawaii doesn't have rabies, and we would have to kennel our dog for 6 months to prove he doesn't have rabies, and he would be kenneled in the only facility in the state, which is in another island than our island. And so it was just clearly impossible for our dog to go with us. So as an 8-year-old, I didn't have any words to explain what was going on. I knew I didn't know, but I was in deep grief. And I remember my last day sitting in my dad's easy chair with Gady, in deep sadness with my dog pressing so deeply against me in my lap. And we exchanged something deep and wordless about love and sadness and loss and grief. We knew something big was about to happen, and we grieved together without words. And that lesson never left me. So with each animal in my life, I knew there was going to come a time of loss and relief. Each time, it has been deeply heartbreaking. But I've also been taught by my animals to accept what is with grace, to accept that the body does age and doesn't work in all the ways that you want it to, and you just have to be present to what is. And I've also seen that every pet of mine that's lived into old age starts to lose something of their quirkiness and their individuality and simply become vehicles of love. They know they're about to depart, and they take extra efforts to tell me how much they love me before they leave. and I finally learned some grace with preparing for their departure and trying to make their passage as easy and grace-filled as possible. They've taught me so deeply about loving, about letting go with grace, about moving through aging into death with such dignity. And I hope I can do the same when my time comes. They've been my guides. I want to share some insights from the wonderful poet, Mary Oliver. She's also a great storyteller, a great prose writer. And she has had dogs all her life. And here's a little story about her dog named Ben. Thunder that is still too far away for us human to hear presses down on Ben's ears. And he wakes us and leans hot and chesty, first into my spouse and then into me, and listens to our slow, warm words that mean we love him. But when the storm has passed, he is brave again and wants to go out. So we open the door and he glides away without a backward glance. It's early. In the blue and grainy air, we can just see him running along the edge of the water into the first pink suggestion of sunrise. And we are caught by the old affinity, a joyfulness, his great and seemly pleasure in the physical world. And because of our dog's joyfulness, our own joy is increased, and it is no small gift. It's not the least reason why we should honor as well as love the dog in our own life, love the dog down the street, love all the dogs that are not yet born. What would the world be like without music or rivers or the green and tender grass? What would this world be like without dogs? I'm with you, Mary. So it's a reminder from Mary that dogs have a wild part in themselves. Even the most domesticated of lap dogs, Frankie, when he sees a squirrel, he knows nothing about me, my instructions, my voice. He is gone into the land of the wolf, trying again to get the endlessly unsuccessful catch of the mighty squirrel. They remember, some part of them remember, they used to be wild. And they remember they were part of a larger web of life, and that we sometimes, as humans, forget that. Being with our animals can remind us that we're part of the greater whole, and that we too need that regular connection with nature. The walks in the forest, strolling on the beach, stopping to really take in the sunset. Ways to reconnect with nature every day. Just like our domesticated dogs have to relive their wild side regularly, we do too. So I know that many of you have had your own significant experiences with dogs, and we can now together kind of bring those back. If you have any photos with you, bring them out. Just kind of be with your pet photos. For those of you that have had pets in your life, this is going to be a time for you to remember your experiences with them. For those of you who have not had pets in your life, it's simply a time really to deepen in your connection with nature and the forms of nature that you resonate with, whether it's the ocean or the forest or the garden that you've created in your backyard. So As you feel comfortable, we're going to settle in and do a little internal work. And so I usually advise people, if they're comfortable, to uncross your legs, uncross your hands. And we'll just take a deep breath in together. So let's breathe in, breathing in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. We'll do that together 2 more times, breathing in and releasing. And breathing in and releasing. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes or just let your eyes kind of go unfocused. And this is in perfect timing. I love it. So bring forth your memory of your experiences with animals in your life, pets or wild animals as you've traveled or hiked in forests, the birds in the sky, the whales, the dolphins, the fish, winged ones, the ones of the ocean, the ones of the land, the wild ones, the most intimate ones in our own personal life. And just let the words of this prayer wash over you. We bring forward the dear pets in our life for a blessing today, as well as all animals, plants, and elements of creation. We know together that we are part of the one life, that each animal, plant, element, life form are aspects of a larger life that is. We know together that all life is holy and is to be honored, respected, and treated with dignity and love, as every creature is important. The love that we give a pet, the love that we receive from a pet, draws us more deeply into the circle of life, into the wonder of our relationship to all that is. And we just take this moment to express our gratitude for the laughter and the joy our pets have given us. We share kindness and care with all living things to be stewards of creation. We're grateful for being entrusted with the care of these lovely creatures in our life, and marvel at how our world has been formed in such harmony and such peace. This love of pets teaches us about something greater, a greater experience of love that is available to us at all times. We just need to open our hearts and welcome our hearts to the love in whatever form or whatever shape it comes to us in. So I'll give you a few moments of silence simply to be with your memories of your pet, living or departed, your personal pet, a pet in the neighborhood, or the wildness of the animals you've seen and known about in the world. So as this time is coming to close, simply give them your blessing. Bless them, love them, tell them what good dogs they are, what good cats or birds or gerbils they are, and that they're doing good. They're doing good in the world. So in this joy and this gratitude, I simply say with you, and so it is. Thank you, dear. So I'd like to invite those of you that have brought actual real physical pets with you or live close enough to be able to get them, that after the service, 7 practitioners are available on the patio right outside here to give you a personal prayer blessing for your pet. And even if you don't have your pet, come if you'd like to ask for a prayer for your pet. They can do it because prayer knows no time or space. So know that it is their joy to pray with you and to bless your pets, if they're here or not. Oh, and Francine is right here. Francine is leading the organizational aspects of the pet blessing, and so look for her. You'll see us get up and leave during the announcements just so we're ready for you when the service is over. So I'd like to invite the ushers to come forward, and I just want to take a moment to thank everyone who does so much to support this community. You share of your time and your talent, and as well your financial contribution, and it is appreciated. Thank you.
I believe I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. I believe. I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. I believe. I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. I believe. I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth.
I love that Tiber gives me nonverbal instructions. I'm going to take this moment to sit. I'm going to give you the first Sunday of the month Transition Committee report. So this is the report of the group of us that are working on the preparations for all of us to get ready for dear Dr. Andrea's retirement, the end of December, and the beginning of the new phase. So I'm going to talk you through. And we have now, finally, a timeline. Now, you know, all of us that are planners, we really like our plans, right? And I happen to do this particular timeline, so I am the first to say, this is all tentative. We are hoping this is how it comes into form. But the transition committee is made up of members of the board and myself, and we are doing things to get ready. So let me just talk about the plan, and then I want to give you a little more information on what is an interim minister anyway. So we're right now in this September to December period, and this is where we are just getting started. There's a home office, a national or an international organizational office for Centers for Spiritual Living, and that's the group that licenses ministers. So they've created a category of ministers called interim ministers, and these are senior ministers, people who have been in charge of a church who now are most likely retired. And they've done additional training in interim ministry, and they've been licensed, and they've been tested and licensed to do this role. So those folks then are distributed or appointed by the home office throughout all of the churches in the movement that have an empty pulpit going through this transition. So we're in that process of getting someone identified as an interim minister to come here. The way that it is done is that that person will come to speak 2 Sundays a month, and then the other Sundays will have guest speakers. So something like when Dr. A was on sabbatical and we had guest speakers, it'll be similar to that. So we're going to spend from now until the last moment in December honoring, celebrating, and having fun with Dr. Andrea, because we want her to know to the very fiber of her being that she is delighted in and loved and celebrated, right? Yes. Yay! Okay! And I know good things are happening. Then in this January through March period, January, the first Sunday in January, there will be some kind of a transition Sunday. It'll be Dr. Andrea's last time. The interim minister will be there, and there'll be kind of a ritualistic passing of the baton. So I would circle that date because that's going to be a very special time, that first Sunday in January. And then those first months in 2025 will be our time with the interim minister. I'll tell you what their duties are in just a moment. But basically to get ready to begin to candidate for the permanent person. The interims are really good with group process and grieving and looking back at our original vision, seeing if there's a time to update the vision as a community. But really it's a time of community building and connection, because it is we who are taking this journey together, and the interim minister is only there as a support person. Our goal is, that's the other thing I have to say. We've been warned that it takes 2 to 3 months to create the documents that are needed for the recruiting process. So that includes a video that is done at least partially by a professional and some by volunteers about your town, so about Bellingham, about this community, as well as there is a lot of paperwork. What are the finances of the church? What is the structure of the church? Do you have all your other paperwork together? So that it appears to be a pretty elaborate process. And then in April, we would hope to begin the recruitment. And Home Office wants 2 to 3 months to recruit for the permanent. So that's why this timeline is the way it is. So we would be doing the recruitment in late June to early summer. And that's when the interim minister will be here doing all the things running in the church for us. We hope by summertime that we have final candidates invited to speak on a Sunday service and do a workshop. So the Home Office does all the applications go to Home Office, all of the screening go through Home Office, and they come up with 2 to 4 finalists that they give to us. And so those are the people that come to do a talk and come to do kind of a workshop. And then there'll be a community meeting. There'll be a way for all people in the community to weigh in on who you like. The members will be the ones voting and giving a recommendation to the board. The board will be making the final decision based on the input of the community. So the goal is to have a permanent minister picked. We really, really hope by late summer, early fall, because we'd love to have that person here ready and being our permanent minister for the fall. So that's the plan. We'll keep you updated every month to see how we're doing on the plan and if things are slipping or going faster. This timeline is posted in the classroom, and it is also online on our Facebook page and our Instagram page. So know you can check it and get a better sense of where we are. So let me just briefly tell you, so what is this interim minister supposed to do anyway? Well, they're supposed to do everything a senior minister does, but there's got some specific focuses. Healing, releasing the past, forgiveness, giving voice to any current or past concerns, facilitating community conversations and dialogue, visioning, helping to update the vision if needed, working with practitioners, the board, the committee leaders, all for whatever is needed to move forward into our next phase, including financial readiness and organizational readiness. Providing stability in the community by speaking twice a week. This person also teaches and supervises the teaching of all classes. And then does pastoral care and counseling, works with the music ministry, the practitioner supervision, and really just the overall needs of the community. And then will take us into the visioning process for the new minister. So there's a co-creation process that Home Office has designed and will run for us, and we'll be doing that, in the spring and summer time period. So that will get us all together walking the same path to attract just that right person for us, for the permanent minister job. So that's the plan. And I hope these updates are helpful. The first Sunday of every month there will be an update and let you know where we are. I'm going to invite Kalish up. She's going to do the rest of the announcements, while myself and I believe we have 7 practitioners are all going to go to the patio to get ready for the pet blessing. So we'll see you out there. Thank you, Kalish, for doing the announcements.
We're done with that one. So the first one that I want to talk about is this has to do with the, thank you. All right, so the harvest dinner is on the end of October, and it's a ball, and it's got dancing in it, and there's going to be a witch's dance that will actually begin the ball at 6 o'clock. And so we want to have some rehearsals that will prepare the people who are going to be doing the witch's dance to be ready. And so all you need is a broom, okay? And that you sign up for the harvest dinner. So also there's 3 opportunities, October 16th, 19th, and 22nd, that Mary Ballou will be up here, not up here, will be here to do the rehearsal. And so if that's something you want to participate in, go ahead and sign up at the Ask Me desk. You will also have an opportunity to practice on your own using a YouTube video after you've been rehearsed. The Interfaith Coalition Coat Drive, today is the last day, And because Susan is our member to the Interfaith Coalition, and she's going to be here till 1, you can actually, if you're watching this online, you can still bring coats and scarves or mittens or whatever you have to support the drive up until 1 o'clock today. The pumpkin ball. So, as I mentioned, October 26th at 6 p.m., costumes are encouraged, but they're not necessary. Obviously, if you're going to be one of the witches, bring your broom. We not only need your reservations, we also need volunteers to sign up for the pumpkin ball. And there's a whole list in your constant contact that went out this week that shows you what's needed, and it'll be in the back at the Ask Me desk. Tao of Relationships. This is Saturday, October 12th. It's limited to 12 committed couples, and you can register today at the Ask Me desk. This might be the last day. This is the last day for that registration. So next week we have the women's group meeting in the sanctuary, and we have the men's group meeting in the classroom, and that'll be at noon next Sunday. The next one is the Community Song Circle. Would you like to say something?
I'd love to say something about this. So this is a real fun opportunity for us all to come together, who have all voices, all ages, whatever your relationship is with your voice, to come and join us. We usually just form a circle, and we have a few instruments out, and we sing really simple kind of mantra-like songs. We also do some improvising with our voices and have a fun, playful time. And it's really, really fun to sing in community. So I hope you'll join us next Sunday at 6:30 here in the sanctuary.
Next Sunday. So in case you know that you're like a baritone, you can come. Or if you're like me and a monotone, you can still come and sing.
Kalish, can I say something about tomorrow? Tomorrow is the first rehearsal for the Christmas choir. So if you didn't sign up, it's not too late. Just come tomorrow at 6:30 right here.
Thank you. Next. When prayer works. How is that? When prayer works. Guess what? It always works. But anyhow, here's how we do it. Come in a couple of weeks. Sign up today. From noon to 1:30, Jackie McConnell is our retired practitioner who will be teaching this, and you can sign up. You could just show up, but it's much better if you sign up. More copies are now available of Prayers for Daily Living. It's a good thing I don't need those. So it's quite a gift. And we ran out, so somebody has generously provided us the ability to have more. And next. Thank you. On Friday, October 18th, Christy Mosley will be here to do another sound blessing, if you will. 7 o'clock in the sanctuary. Go to her website, mysticheartbeats.com, in order to sign up for it, and be here at 7 o'clock. You can even come a few minutes earlier, since I'll be the one who's helping you come in and get settled. And it's just a phenomenal event with her sound. You can even see one of her sound devices behind her in that photo. So, time to fill us up.
All right. Thanks, Kalish, for doing all those announcements. That was a lot. Thanks all for hanging for that. All right, if you're able, we'll stand up and sing out into this glorious day together. For the sun that warms this body, for the earth that we call home, for the love that knows no boundaries, I am thankful. For the trees that line the mountains, for the sea and life it holds, for the source of inspiration, I am thankful. All right, let's sing it out. Love and light, fill us up. Love, light, light, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine that is and ever was, I am thankful. I am thankful for abundance and growing, for the mystery unfolding, for each and every being, sacred truth that we are knowing, for the kindness and compassion and the courage to take action, for the law of attraction and the freedom to create. Love, light, light, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine that is and ever was, I am thankful. I am thankful. One more time, sing it out. Love, light, light, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine that is and ever was, I am thankful. I am thankful for the sun that warms this body, for the earth that we call home, for the love that knows no boundaries, I am thankful. I'm so thankful for your presence here today. We'll see you again soon.